Imagine opening a door, and behind each door lies a different century, a different world, and a different voice. Today, we will step through those doors and explore how English literature changed from ancient battle songs to powerful modern ideas. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on the major periods of English literature. Have you ever wondered how English writing changed from stories about brave warriors to modern novels and poems about life, emotions, and society? Well, today we are going on a journey from the very beginning of English literature to the modern world. So, let's start our time travel through words and imagination. Old English period from 450 to 1066 AD. Our journey begins in the Old English or Anglo Saxon period. This was the earliest stage of English literature many centuries ago when people spoke a very different kind of English. The world was full of warriors, kings, and battles. Life was tough and the people believed in fate, what they called dread. The stories they told were about bravery, loyalty, and heroism. One of the most famous works from this time is Beowulf, the story of a brave hero who fights monsters to protect his people. Most of the writing was in the form of poems and religious texts, written by monks and scholars. It was also the time when Christianity began to mix with old pagan beliefs. Writers like Bede wrote about religion and history, helping to shape English prose. Second, Elizabethan era from 1558 to 1603. Next, we arrive at the Elizabethan era, often called the Golden Age of English literature. This was the time of Queen Elizabeth I, when England was full of English exploration and creativity. People were curious about the world and human emotions became the center of art and literature. Drama reached its highest point, and this is when the greatest playwright of all the time lived, William Shakespeare. His plays like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and Macbeth showed deep emotions and unforgettable characters. Other writers like Christopher Marlowe and Edmund Spenser also made great contributions with their poetry and plays. It was an age of imagination, beauty, and discovery, a time when English literature truly came alive. Third, Puritan Age from 1620 to 1660. After the excitement of the Elizabethan era, England went through a serious and religious time called the Puritan Age. There were wars and political struggles, and people began to focus more on faith and morality. Literature became more spiritual and serious. Writers talked about right and wrong, good and evil, and the man's relationship with God. The greatest poet of this time was John Milton, who wrote the famous epic Paradise Lost, describing the fall of man and the fight between heaven and hell. Another famous writer was John Bunyan, who wrote The Pilgrim's Progress, a story full of moral lessons. The Puritan age taught people that literature could also guide the soul, not just entertain the mind. Fourth, Romantic Age from 1798 to 1837. Now, we move on to the beautiful Romantic Age, a period full of feelings, nature, and imagination. Writers of this time believed that emotions were more powerful than reason. They loved nature and believed it could heal the human heart. Poets like William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge began this movement with their lyrical ballads. They celebrated life, childhood innocence, and the beauty of the natural world. Later came poets like John Keats, Percy Shelley, and Lord Byron, who wrote about love, freedom, dreams, and the power of imagination. The Romantic Age was full of passion, where poetry felt like music and nature spoke like a friend. Fifth, Victorian Age from 1837 to 1901. Next, we step into the Victorian Age named after Queen Victoria. This was a time of great change, the Industrial Revolution, new inventions, and growth of cities. But it was also a time of moral questions, poverty, and social struggles. Writers began to show real life, its joys, and its pains. The novel became the most popular form of writing. Charles Dickens wrote about the hardships of poor children in Oliver Twist, and David Copperfield Thomas Hardy showed how fate and society affect people's lives. And poets like Alfred Lord Tennyson and Robert Bowring reflected the hopes and doubts of the time. The Victorian age taught readers to care about others and to think about what is right and wrong in society. Sixth, modern age from 1901 to 1945. Now we enter the modern age, a time when the world changed faster than ever before. Two world wars shook humanity, and people began to question old beliefs. Writers no longer followed traditional rules. They experimented with new styles, new ideas, and new ways of seeing the world. Modern writers explored loneliness, confusion, and the search for meaning in a broken world. T.S. Eliot wrote The Waste Land, a poem about the emptiness of modern life. Virginia Woolf and James Joyce used a new style called stream of consciousness, showing how people really think and feel inside their minds. The modern age was bold, creative, and full of change, just like the century it belonged to. Seventh, post-modern period, 1945 to present. Finally, we reach the postmodern period, the world we live in today. After the wars, people began to see life as complex, uncertain, and full of different meanings. Writers started to play with ideas using humor, irony, and imagination to explore identity and truth. Postmodern writers often mix reality and fiction, creating stories that made readers think deeply. Authors like George Orwell wrote 1984, warning us about power and control. Salman Rushdie and Margaret Atwood use magical and futuristic ideas to tell human stories. In the postmodern world, there are no fixed answers, only questions that make us explore life in new ways. So, students, we have traveled all the way from the ancient warriors of Beowulf to the modern thinkers of today's world. Each literary period reflects its own time, its people, struggles, dreams, and hopes. And that's the beauty of literature. It grows and changes just like us. Thank you for joining me on this literary journey. In the next class, we will dive deeper into one of these periods and explore its writers and masterpieces. Until then, keep reading, keep imagining, and keep learning.